don't do revenge. I never have. Not because I'm perfect, but because I learned something early. When you trust God, you don't need to balance the skills yourself. And I'm watching so many of you carrying a weight that is too heavy to carry. Maybe you're checking their page. Maybe you're checking karma to show up on your timeline. Whatever it is, whatever you're going through, I'm not judging, but I'm here to tell you that that is not freedom. You're still attached. So if you're tired of that heaviness, if you're really ready to rise above it, I record this video for you because I believe that there is a level where revenge doesn't even reach you anymore. And I'm going to share exactly the things to do in order to get there, okay? So I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video, and that is about, first, the trap, why revenge keeps you stuck in the same energy that broke you. 2, the shift, where your real power actually comes in. 3, mirror moment, super important. Truth mirror. I'm going to ask you honest questions you really need to ask yourself and questions that also really helped me. And then we're going to reframe it, like how to see the pain as protection instead of punishment. And finally, practical tools to guide yourself back to love, to the truth, okay? So let's start with the trap. So let me tell you what I see and take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? So you're saying that you're over them. You say that you moved on, but every post, every story, every glow up moment is still for them. And when you're in that energy, when you're doing that, be honest, you are not healing. You are still performing. You're still showing them. And you're in the energy of like, I'll show them what they lost. And maybe you're imagining that moment when they realize that, and even you rehearse that moment when what you would do when they come back, right? No judgment, no judgment. But here's what really breaks my heart, because you think that that is strength. You think that that is power. But I realized along the way that I kept myself stuck in a prison by thinking about these scenarios over and over again, and I was giving my power away every second. And that is how you keep them alive. They are still there, and you're still fighting them in your mind while they might just living their life. And that is attachment. There is one truth I want you to just write down or memorize, and that is revenge doesn't hurt them. It will lower your vibration. It will keep you stuck in that same story that broke you when it's actually time to move on. And the worst thing is it makes your heart heavy when you deserve to have a heart that feels light. Then the question is, why are you still giving this person, this event, so much power in your life? Where it's so important to keep your energy pure, to keep your heart pure, and really to stay above these things. Let me show you the difference between protecting yourself and poisoning yourself. I think it's so important because you can understand someone and still walk away. That's something I can do really well. I can understand everyone, but I can really hold my boundaries. I can see someone's pain, but I can still not accept their behavior. And I believe that this is love with wisdom and being really compassionate, but still staying in my own power. Because in my opinion, understanding doesn't mean tolerating, and also forgiving doesn't mean that you have to stay. So you can still acknowledge what happened, but you can still choose your peace over everything. Most people think that revenge gives them power. I receive messages with Bushra, I really want them to feel what they did to me. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Why would you give that other person so much power over you? Most people think that they take back their power from being vengeful. But I'm going to tell you exactly where your real power lives. Because real power is when you can let go without needing them to suffer first. Real power is saying, I don't need you to feel my pain for me to heal. I'm simply not giving you that power. And that is where the real shift happens. Not when they come and apologize, not when they realize what they lost, but when you stop waiting for it. Because here is really one true, right? Like you do good, good will find you. You do harm, harm will find you. Karma, call it divine balance. When someone hurts you, you don't need to fix it. You don't need to balance all the scales. You just stay above it because you know that there is a higher wisdom that will take care of it. And not in a vengeful way, but you trust that person will get his lessons. He or she will learn from the mistakes they made. We all learn, right? Your only job is to protect your peace, your heart, and whenever you feel that feeling like I want them to experience exactly what they did to me, connect to God. This is where we go back to love, and we're not continuing to connect to the lower vibration. And that is just by simply making that decision right now. So let's go to the mirror moment now, because I want you to be really honest with yourself right now. Because is it really about them? Or is there a part in you that still feels unseen? That part of you that still wants to be understood, that wants to be chosen, to be valued? When you're willing to look at that part, because there is a part that is wounded, that is screaming for your attention, maybe by sending you these thoughts with, I want them to feel this, I want them to experience this. But what if you really look at that part and have the intention to heal that part? Then you stop needing them to feel your pain. And then you will stop needing them for closure. You don't need, this is what I always say, you don't need the same hands that broke you in order to fix you. That is when your freedom starts. Not when they say sorry, not when they suffer, but when you decide that you're just done carrying the past, that you really want to leave the past in the past. Because here is the real question you need to ask yourself. Who are you hurting by holding on? Who are you hurting? Not them. They are living their life. Maybe they're not even thinking about you anymore, but you're replaying it every day. And that is self-destruction, my friend. So I want you to choose purity, not because you are weak, not because you are naive, but because you want peace in your heart for the rest of your life, right? Your character is your legacy. Not what they did to you, not what situation happened to you, not whether they said sorry or whatever, but how you handled it, how you rose above it. And that is so important, because one other thing that will help you to just bring you peace is to reframe this entire situation you're experiencing. Because when you start to see it from this angle, everything will change. Because what if that betrayal, that heartbreak, that event, whatever rejection it was, it can apply to anything, okay, wasn't rejection at all? What if it was redirection? This is what I will always say. Everything, there is no rejection, there is only redirection. Think about it. You thought you lost something, but what if God heard your prayers, your wishes, and he's like, I'm gonna clear space for you for the better wishes you have, for the praise you have. So instead of just focusing on the details, see the bigger picture. Instead of saying they left, they cheated, say, I was protected, the way is cleared. Maybe the universe saw the end of the timeline and said, this is not good for you, and I'm going to save you. Because we all have prayers, right? We all have wishes. I'm sure you prayed for peace. I'm sure you prayed for the truth. You wanted real love. You wanted freedom. You wanted to have that job, whatever it is. And maybe that rejection, maybe that heartbreak was the answer. It was not punishment. It was protection. Like what I said, that person, that situation, what if it was just blocking your blessings, standing in the way of what God had planned for you? So when you think of them now, instead of why me, ask why not me? See it from the other perspective. Why not me? Thank you for redirecting me. Like, count your blessings. You were safe. This is what I always say. Like, no revenge. I count my blessings, because there are only blessings in this whole situation. But if I am willing to see it, And that is my intention with this video, to redirect your perspective to help you to see your blessings, count your blessings. Because you are blessed, you are protected, you are guided every single day. As long as your intention is to align with truth, with love, with the highest good, you're always guided. And when you start seeing it that way, everything shifts. The anger softens, the need for revenge fades, because you realized that you didn't lose, you were just freed. And that is because of the shifts you made. You just leave it to God and you know that you're always protected. So really listen to the words I'm about to say right now. You will never heal by proving them wrong. You will heal by proving yourself right, by becoming the version of you who no longer needs their apology. That is power, that is peace, because you're literally detached from all these stories. And years from now, in Turkish we have a saying like, I'm writing it here, right here. When you look back, you will say, I'm so proud of myself. This is my legacy. My character is my legacy because I stayed true to myself. I kept my heart pure. I chose love and not I got even, because what is inspiring about revenge? Nothing, right? But what's inspiring is rising above it, staying soft in a world that tried to make you hard, choosing peace when you had every reason to choose war. That is the story worth telling. That is the legacy worth leaving. You don't need anything for karma to work. God, the universe already knows, will already take care of it. Whatever you sow, you reap. You do good, good will find you. You do harm, harm will find you. So let go. Let go of all the control. Let God, the universe, handle it. Your only job is to heal, to grow, to become who you are meant to be. And if you're coming from the connection of love, truth, nothing will stop you. So my friend, remember this: no revenge, count your blessings. This is how I live. No revenge, I count my blessings. I am so happy, peaceful where I am. Whatever people did in the past to me, I stay above it. No revenge. I count my blessings. My legacy is how I inspire others, how I inspire myself. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I want to see a woman, I want to see a girl I'm proud of. And that is my job. And I'm not giving that away. I'm not giving any situation in my life the power over me. That is my intention, and that is my intention always. However, we are human beings. We are not robots. So we will experience feelings like being really angry or whatever it is that will lower our frequency. But when we do get in that energy, because life happens, when anger rises, just breathe. When that thought comes back, redirect. Say it with me. Whenever that feeling comes, I am protected, I am guided, I leave it to God, I give it back to God, I am free. No revenge, I'm counting my blessings, and I'm willing to see all the blessings on my way. So everything I share is based on a true story, based on things I've been through. If there is one thing that is so important to share, that is always connect to love, always connect to the highest truth, to God, to the purity of your heart, and leave the rest up to God. And when you realize you're protected, no need for revenge, just count your blessings every single time. If someone is taken away from you, it is because there is something better waiting for you. And I'm sure if I look back at my life, what I've experienced, I only leveled up because I stayed true to myself. So if you're in that energy and if you choose right now to level up, to see the blessings, repeat this mantra every time. No revenge, I'm counting my blessings. Because if you're willing to see that life is happening for you, you don't have time or energy to waste on the past anymore. You will just refocus and create more of what you want by saving your energy for what you want to create. I hope that you made the decision to really level up, to stay pure to yourself, to stay pure to life, to every being, by holding healthy boundaries. That is my intention, and to make healthy connections. So I hope my message resonates. Let me know in the comments if it does. Like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.